Hello, is it audible now, sir? Please. Hello.
Oh yeah.
Sir, okay, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here, basic manufacturing systems, that is casting. It is converted into molten states, and it gets given then a particular period of time. We are going to solidify that. So that is basic casting process. Welding process, it is heated up to certain temperature, and the base metals and the other plate will be joined with the aid of the heat, and some other powder metallurgy processes already in metallurgical science. We have practiced the powder metallurgy process. Here, our course.
Ganpat sir.
Hello, sir.
Ganpat sir.
Sir.
Your screen is not sharing, sir.
Screen.
PPT is not visible.
1 second. Is it visible now, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This particular course.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You carry on.
This particular course we are having the basically from the rapid prototyping. So firstly we will discuss about the rapid prototyping and techniques in this particular subject, and then we are able to have the some formats. So we are using the basic manufacturing. The difference between basic manufacturing systems and this particular rapid prototyping is that we are using the computer models, and we are generating the computer models are hello, and then we are going to import those particular CAD models, and we are going to have the product development. So we are having the course outcomes from this particular subject is having the knowledge of additive manufacturing and rapid prototyping technologies. Various technologies we are going to implement here, and we are going to use various techniques also, and able to analyze the suitable process and materials. Here starts from the, so let me show firstly. So here is the some manufacturing process, additive versus subtractive manufacturing. So here additive manufacturing, we are depositing the material, one step by step, and we are getting the final product. Here you can it is visible here, and finally, and subtractive manufacturing, we are removing the material. The name itself, it is very clear that we are removing the material, and finally we are getting the product outcome, or maybe the product output. So but why we are going to implement this particular additive manufacturing technique? So we are having some drawbacks in the traditional manufacturing systems. The cavity, see, if you see, am I audible, all of you? Hello, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. It's clear. Audible.
Yes,
See,
sir.
the cup, the tea cup, we need to develop, or our product is, for example, tea cup. So here we have to form various geometrical shapes. So this particular geometry product having different is. So see, for example, here we need to create a cavity, and this particular, to create a cavity, we need a deep machining process. So some of the fab manufacturing systems are machinability. We are going to perform using the lathe machines, shaping machines, slotting machines, various machining missions we are going to perform, but that is takes more time, and required highly skilled operators to perform this particular job. So that is one of the main drawbacks, or what are maybe the limitations in the traditional manufacturing. And another one here, we need to uh, axis systems. Here we are having 3-axis machining, CNC machining. In rapid prototyping, we are going to use machining 3-axis machining, that is X, Y, Z directions we are going to perform. So machining is also done. So it is also required a more setup, I mean manufacturing setup. Someone raised hand. Who is that? Is that 53?
Pavan.
53. Please. Please.
Sorry, sir. Unfortunately, it is unmute. Raise it hand. Sorry.
Okay, right. No problem. These are the in the starting stage we are having these problems. I too have some. I need to have. So here, this particular cup, we are going to fabricate, or we are going to develop this particular cup. See, base will be fixed in the machine. We need separate fixture to develop this particular cup. So we need separate fixture. We can't hold as the flat objects when we are going to machine the flat objects. It does not need much fixtures. Here the separate fixture is required as in traditional manufacturing. And finally, and sharp internal features. So sharp internal features here, handle, when come to handle part or handle geometry, here we need to maintain a curvature as well as tool radius to be maintained. So if you maintain the sharp edges, so the user or the customer will not be satisfied. Finally, when we develop any kind of product, so the customer satisfaction is more important. Finally, whatever may be the mobile you are manufacturing, whatever may be the commodity, whatever may be the product you are going to manufacture or produce the product, we need customer satisfaction finally. So next, we are having lot of applications in rapid prototyping. So previously it is in the form of rapid prototyping, but nowadays we are transforming into the additive manufacturing. So the basic applications of this additive manufacturing, that we are going to produce lot of mechanical components. Here it is visible here, but it is not suitable to, as on now it is developing in stage. So it is not suitable to produce in mass production. It is not suitable for mass production. So a specific design will be given by the designer, and for the complexity, we can produce any kind of product, complex job complexity we can produce using this particular additive manufacturing technique. So where we are having various applications also. So in the automobile sector, we are having the applications. In the defense sector, we are having the even missiles we are going to manufacture today using this particular rapid prototyping as well as additive manufacturing. And some of the applications, if you see biomedical applications, these biomedical applications, I mean, this additive manufacturing is nowadays frequently or more, every part in the human body is going to develop using this particular additive manufacturing. So these are the some of the visible whatever may be the visible parts I am showing here. So starts from a safety pin to, I mean, whatever maybe they basically first it starts from the plastic plastic materials and ends with the human tissues. Even they one day they are going to generate or develop the human tissues also. So in this particular subject here, the applications, if you know the application of a particular topic or a particular thing, then the interest is going to be created in your minds. So these are the various applications. So this is the arms, I mean whatever may be the hand robot, whatever may be the arm of the human or arm of the robot, whatever may be. So prosthetics, these are the human prosthetics are going to develop using the additive manufacturing. So when I'm going back again to the syllabus, so when the syllabus is concerned, we are having the introduction fundamentals of rapid prototyping. So till now I have shown the applications. So we are having the some advantages and limitations for each process, and we are having the some particular process, that is SLA process or a SLA technique of we need to upload these CAD models in the form of SLA, stereo lithography apparatus, and solid ground curing. These are the various types of manufacturing. See, laminated object manufacturing. So firstly, these are the three types of input material we are going to give here. One is liquid based material, and second one is a solid based material. If you see here, solid based material rapid prototyping systems, and the third type is here powder based rapid prototyping system. For each type we are going to prefer a separate format. We will go in detail in the next classes, and tooling for rapid tooling. So how we are going to give this particular tooling approach. And finally, we are going for the additive manufacturing. Additive manufacturing is nothing but we are going to form the material in the layer by layer, in the form of layer by layer. So then finally we are going to produce a product. We are having some specific features. Why we need to study all these methods? You may have the question. So we are directly we can go for one technique and we can produce. Then we will get a product. You may ask the question. So here the differences in various techniques related with the that is bonding between the different materials is different. So as I said before, it starts from the plastic family or plastic material and ends with the metallic or whatever may be the human tissues, biomedical applications. So it varies with respect to the speed also and bond speed. So when we are going to produce a particular component, then the speed is the important. I mean, at which, I mean, faster rate, the rate of manufacturing. So every time the production engineer or the industry based on productivity, we see if you are going to supply the product based on the demand, so then you are going to definitely we are going to have the impact of speed, how faster you are going to produce this, and layer thickness. So some based on the applications, again the thickness is also influencing factor for each product. So some if you are going to for the if you are not going to apply some loads, so then you will go for less thickness or whatever maybe thin shapes. The range of materials and for which material which technique to be used. So we can't apply a single technique to all kind of materials, right? And accuracy level. Sometimes we may require high accuracy levels like missiles. If you are going to fabricate or if you are going to produce missiles, or for example, what I'm mostly interested in biomedical application. So these biomedical applications required high accuracy levels, because if you are going to produce a knee joint, all of you, are you hearing? Hello? Hello?
Sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Why? Because I am saying I'm delivering the continuously without your participation, I think. So I will give time to you on some time. So accuracy levels is also an important factor, which if you are going to produce a knee joint of a human body, so then if you are not going to maintain the right tolerances and limits, until unless you are not going to maintain that accuracy levels, it may not be suitable to our whatever may be the application or human body. And finally, whatever may be the company, whatever may be the application, if you are not going to produce in cost effective, then it will not be it will not have the satisfy the customer, first of all. And our product may not have the marketing. If you are not, if your product is more expensive, then no one is going to prefer for your product, whatever may be the. So additive manufacturing we can produce. Yeah, even nowadays we are using lot of mobiles. So previously it is fabricated using heavy machines. Nowadays, you are using various components with less effort. Just the effort which you are going to keep, or you are going to do, is that to generate the model in the CAD system, what you have learned in the third year, I mean CATIA. Or so we are having a lot of CAD tools, that is Creo, that is AutoCAD, that is another CATIA, whatever maybe Unigraphics, various modeling softwares we are going to use based on again industry, and based on the industry preferences, we are going to use different CAD tools. Some may use the Unigraphics. So some may prefer the till today. Some of the companies are using the Creo models. I mean Pro-E. Nowadays it is called, I mean Creo. Pastly it is product engineering software, Pro-E. So nowadays computer aided CATIA is interactive application. We are going to use nowadays for surface modeling, exclusively for the surface modeling. We are going to use this particular KTI, and that is different subject and different topic. But here, once you generate the CAD model, so then it is very easy to develop a particular product. So we are having different types of additive manufacturing here: stereolithography, fusion, deposition modeling. So we will discuss one by one. That is that you don't bother about. We will discuss in detail. Uh, what is the time now? Okay, we are having much more time. So our solid based and powder based. So let me share other things. If you say these sculptures, these are the other products which are going to develop using this particular rapid prototyping. So you may produce these particular products using powder based, and some of these so this is basically using some plastic family, that is like wax and medical models. If you see various dental applications, teeth you are going to develop, or some other parts we are going to develop using rapid prototyping. So here some the other tissues are going to develop. So here architecture models, everything we are going to fabricate and develop using this particular but the limitation is, once again I am saying this, the limitation is mass production. We are going to produce one day we are going to produce in mass way or batch productions we will go for. So these are the some of the mathematical models. So when you go for different applications, the techniques will be differed, the things geometrical complexity. So the designer you will have the bright future. Nowadays technology have been developed without manpower. So without manpower, if you are going to produce a product using manpower, it is much affordable. So the company always thinks, what the company thinks is, it will the cost, the product must be cost effective. Am I right? So we are going to develop these particular rapid prototyping. So firstly we are going to develop this particular cup. This is another form of cup, what are maybe the jug type of model, product model. So initially it is generated and it is produced by layer, and sometimes we may use the using powder type of techniques. Is anyone is interested to interact now? Hello, hello, unmute yourself. Hello, raise your hands.
Uh,
You can raise your hands. I will unmute you. 57 participants are there. If I am going to deliver continuously, there is no use of it, and unless your interaction next. Okay, who is that? 32, 32. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. I have. Please raise your hands. Okay, let us. So someone. So these kind of practices are not. So if you make if you make utilize better, the knowledge will be. See, some of them are more curious. And so textbooks, when coming to the textbooks, I am going to discuss here is some foreign author textbooks. We are going to have here Leong KF and Cha CK. These are the preferable textbooks have been preferred as per the JNTU. So you can go for the some reference textbooks also. Rapid prototyping from Paul and Cha and Lu. It is the fourth one. It is preferable as the thing is known. So here, screen is visible to all of you. Screen. Hello.
Sir. Yes, sir. Sir.
Okay, okay. So someone is, sir, we some. So this is the basic definition of additive manufacturing to build three. So we are going to develop the 3D models in the CAD softwares. So if anyone is interested to speak, they can speak. I will give chance to them. Don't make unnecessary things on the screen. Why? Because other students may be lose. So this particular 3D modeling software, whatever may the software you are going to use, that influencing and a particular format, STL format, stereolithography format, SLA format, other formats are preferable. Someone raise your hand, I think. Okay, unmute. Okay, speak. Hello. Hello, 53.
No, sir.
53.
Yes, sir. Sir, can we have some examples? Can we have some examples of additive manufactured products recently so far?
That is what I'm showing is right now. I'm showing here it is biomedical applications. Recently, they are continuously working on the research. They are going to research on the biomedical applications. Even they are going to develop nowadays this coronavirus kits, coronavirus COVID-19 kits. They are going to develop using this particular additive manufacturing. Hello.
Okay, sir. If someone designing a knee joint, uh, force how he can apply forces. I mean, how he going to analyze that?
That is different issue. The CAD engineer, they will analyze. They are going to develop a mod. First, they are going to develop 3D model. They are going to analyze using ANSYS. ANSYS or some unique graphics, some other analysis tools they are going to perform. After modeling, after analyzing, we are going to connect this particular CAD model and we are going to import it to the whatever may be the mission. I think you
Okay, sir.
having the guest lecture in the third year itself. I think 3D printing, 3D printing.
Yes.
Have you attended? Have you attended to that guest lecture?
No,
Hello.
no, sir.
Maybe
No, sir. No, sir.
there they have shown a nut, fabricated a nut layer by layer. Nut, bolt and nut
Okay.
they have fabricated. So on the bolt they are going to perform again threaded portion. On the inside the nut they have performed
Oh,
tapping. We call it as tapping. Whereas
okay, sir.
for the bolt we are going to generate the external threading. All this we are going to perform using the CAD software itself. So likewise, starts from the nut and bolt, end with the biomedical application. Everywhere we can use this particular additive manufacturing techniques. Are we clear? Hello, 53.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your doubt has been cleared.
Sir.
We can't say a specific application.
Yes, sir. Clear it, sir.
Okay. Anyone still? If anyone is interested to interact with me? So the soon 10 minutes we are having, and we are having course outcomes for every subject. Course outcomes is very important. We are going to practice a outcome based education. This outcome based education, for every course we are having course outcomes. So once you gone through the syllabus, unless you don't know the course outcome or course objective, it is useless. So once the specific suitable for this subject, the course outcomes or what I have shown that rapid prototyping techniques, various techniques we are going to implement, and we are going to select the material. So what kind of materials and suitable process in the what I mean, if you take the powder, that is we are having different techniques. If you are taking the liquid as a base material, so then we are going to have different techniques. So suitable process and analyze and able to apply this additive manufacturing for the real life applications. So basically this thought I mean our one second. See, here is the person who is the 3D systems, and first he has developed the this particular add rapid prototyping techniques. So here the design cycle, if you see conventional process. So what I discussed, the conventional processes is casting process. So so this particular casting process required the die difficulty in designing the die. So the die,
Not visible, sir.
is it is hello, it is not visible, huh?
Nah.
Hello,
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
is it visible? Hello, screen is visible. Who is that? 32, 32, 332. See, the conventional casting process. So here the high temperatures. So some and it requires the high to develop the high temperatures. Once you need to convert into the molten state, then require I mean high temperatures. Then and it is going to be transformed from this solid raw materials to hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, anyone is interested to speak? You can. I will make unmute all. So you can unmute yourself now. Okay, 3:45. 3:45. You can speak now. Please. 3:45. Raised hand for query. Who is that name? Name 340
Sir,
17 series. Speak it.
Govind, sir. Govind.
Govind. Oh, tell me.
Sir, any difference between additive manufacturing and design of manufacturing?
Design of manufacturing. It is.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Am I?
Sir, చెప్పండి.
Design of manufacturing. Design is different. Design it includes load calculations, whatever may be the product from starting from the CAD model to the ending. That is design sector. Design sector is different. So here the design engineer, he will give the CAD model directly. Then
Sir.
not visible, someone has written, I think screen is shared, I think. So design, it includes load calculations, direction, the material selection, everything. So additive manufacturing is the technique. We are going to deposit the material layer by layer, and we are going to reduce the effort of the
Yes, sir.
operator, and we are going to reduce the floor space, the required floors. If you are going to develop a single component, for example, if you are going to develop some what I have shown in a cup, teacup, there you need a lot of machines. That
Sir, voice not visible.
voice audible. Hello.
Sir, voice not visible.
Voice not visible. Babu. Hello. Audible. Hello.
Yes, sir, చెప్పండి.
There you need lot of machines. We are going to use some, for example, some shaping machine, some slotting machine. If you are going to develop a single there, you need a lot of machines. There you need lot of machines. Here we are going to handle all operation. I mean, we don't need separate operations for the 345 raised hand. So you can
Yes.
speak. You can speak. 345.
This.
ఏమైందా? హలో.
సార్ అంతే అదే అడిగాను సార్.
డిజైనింగ్ వచ్చేటప్పటికి మనకి మోడల్ డిజైనింగ్ దగ్గర నుంచి లోడ్ అప్లై చేసి దాని స్ట్రెస్సెస్ అవన్నీ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్ అవన్నీ ఉంటాయి. స్ట్రెస్ డెవలప్మెంట్, స్ట్రెయిన్ డెవలప్మెంట్, displacement, how it is going to be displaced or deform the component. The design process is different. So here is directly machining without any machining specific machining technique. We are going to generate develop a product with a minimum efforts and less skilled operators. That are you clear? Are you clear?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
సార్
Yes, sir.
చెప్పండి.
Yes, sir.
చెప్పండి.
సార్ మరి ఇందాక అన్నారు కదా సార్, యాన్సిస్ యూజ్ చేసి ఫోర్సెస్ ఇందులో కూడా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తారని, అనాలిసిస్ చేస్తారని.
ఇందులో క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయరు. దిస్ ఇస్ ఇక్కడ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్ మనకి ఏమో టెక్నిక్స్ మీద ఫార్మేట్ మీద ఎక్కువ ఫోకస్ ఉంటుంది. అంటే ఒక CAD మోడల్ డెవలప్ చేశాక, ఆఫ్టర్ డెవలపింగ్ ఏ CAD మోడల్, ఇంపోర్టింగ్ ఫార్మాట్స్, దట్ ఫార్మాట్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఫోకస్ హియర్. అది యాన్సీస్ అవన్నీ కూడా క్యాడ్ టూల్స్ అవి కూడా మోడల్ అనాలిసిస్ ఆఫ్టర్ కంప్లీటింగ్ ఆఫ్ అనాలిసిస్ వెదర్ ఇట్ గోయింగ్ టు బి deform ఫర్ లో లోడ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ ఆర్ హై లోడ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ ఏ లోడ్కి అప్లై చేయాలనేది వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు అనలైజ్ ఇన్ ది కంప్యూటర్ CAD tools itself. Just we are going to connect that CAD model and we are going to give this some mission, 3D printing mission or rapid prototyping mission. Hello?
Yes, sir. Okay. Hello, sir.
Who's that?
Like 353.
353. You can speak.
Like CNC missions, we have turning and shaping CAD tools, no, sir.
Okay.
Is there any CAD tool for additive manufacturing, like any particular mission or something?
There is no specific CAD tool.
Without
We can use any CAD tool. There we are going to in CNC missions G codes and M codes. Okay. Here
yes, because additive manufacturing is step-by-step process, no, sir. In turning, we have G codes and M codes, where layer by layers. Is there any CAD tool implemented recently or something like?
We can use any kind of CAD tool. What I'm saying is depositing the material. The machine itself, it will deposit the material, whatever may be the complex product which you have given. Based on that feature, geometric feature, it is going to deposit, but it takes much time. The reduction of time is the more important issue here. There are a lot of research is going on to develop sophisticated machinery to reduce the time. So even half an hour will be taken to produce a bolt and nut in the additive 3D printing machine. I think you have seen in third year. So here it takes lot of time. Why we are going to tell me 40.
Sir.
Tell me. Who is that? A5 or 45? A5 or 45? Who is that? Chapandi. Hello. Time is going to. We're having very less time. Chart box. But in this, we analyze forces through software. Yes, in the software 357, we can analyze forces in the software itself. After analyzing, we are going to import this. Hello.
Sir.
It is 57. Who is that name? Your name?
Sir. Rambab, sir.
Okay. So here we are going to we can analyze in the software itself. Within the computer you can install modeling software as well as analysis software. Both are different. We can perform both the jobs. After performing those jobs, we are going to give connectivity to the mission, whatever may be the mission, or format. Specific formats is suitable for the separate material. Depends upon the material and speed. Our formats will be different. SLA format, STL format. That formats will be different. Are you clear? Hello.
Okay.
Rambabu. Clear?
Okay, sir. Clear, sir.
Anyone else? 56 members. Wow.
Sir, time is up, sir.
Okay. Are you satisfied with the introduction? I mean, any queries or any issues regarding online lecture? Is it clear? My voice, whatever maybe screen sharing. So some network issues may be there. I mean, we meanwhile better to maintain mobile charging throughout this online classes. Hello, hello. You can unmute yourself.
Sir.
Yeah, my suggestion is here in this semester we are having continuously, we are having online sessions. Better to maintain a power bank with you, and you have, for us 1 or 2 classes will be there for you, 6 to 7 classes in the next weeks. So better to maintain a power bank with you, carry a power bank with you. Don't, if you say, if you are absent for the session, that means will be recorded with the some other faculty and monitoring will be continuously done. So again that reports will be sent to your counselor. Again, this is the continuous process. As the regular class work is as conducted, in the same manner it is also be conducted. But here you are the loser if you are not going to utilize the online sessions. So remember that. So whatever may be the issues, you can also mail to me. I will forward the course materials and I mean, in subject we are call it as course. From as outcome based education is concerned, we call outcome based education is concerned, we call it as course. For individual subject we call it as a course. So I am going to end this particular session. If anyone is interested to speak, you can speak. Any queries? Any queries? Please. So all of you, as a final year students, you have to focus more. As you can't behave like a